Well, the Republican National Committee's recent draft measure that softens its stance when it comes to abortion is sparking reaction here in Tennessee. A dramatic shift. The RNC will drop its years-long platform supporting a federal abortion ban after 20 weeks and instead align itself with former President Donald Trump's leave it up to the states approach. However, recent polls here in Tennessee found the majority of voters who participated don't agree with how the state is handling this issue. State Capitol reporter Tori Gessner explains.
It's a historic new stance on abortion for the Republican National Committee that follows former President Donald Trump's lead.
It's now up to the will of the people in each state. Some states will be more conservative, other states will be more liberal.
The RNC dropping its call for a federal abortion ban for the first time in 40 years, adopting a new platform that says the issue should be left up to the states. In Tennessee, reporters pressed Governor Bill Lee about whether he agrees with the move. He didn't directly answer yes or no, but he did say it's important the states have the ability to decide.
My personal belief is that we should do everything we can to protect the lives of children. We've done that in this state, including the lives of unborn children. What the national platform committee decides, I'm not a part of that, so can't really speak to it, but what I'm focused on is what we're doing here in our state.
Tennessee has one of the strictest abortion laws in the U.S., only allowing exceptions in limited health emergencies. Meanwhile, former President Trump recently said he supports exceptions for rape and incest, too.
I think there's a lot of members who are in favor of adding exceptions. We did Life for the Mother a year or so ago, and so that got put in. I think there's members who would like to go in that direction. We'll see.
A 2023 Vanderbilt poll found almost 80% of Tennessee voters who participated support exceptions like rape and incest, regardless of political affiliation. A 2024 Vanderbilt poll shows an even bigger shift from pro-exception to pro-choice, with a little more than half of Tennessean participants supporting a woman's right to an abortion. Reporting in Nashville, I'm Tori Gessner.
Well, the RNC's 2024 platform did vow to oppose late-term abortion. The draft now heads to the convention delegates to be adopted as soon as next week ahead of the Republican National Convention.